Howdy y'all, I'm PaintThatBell. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw these Sans that joined Smash Bros for you guys. I also have some important news concerning this channel, so please stick around until the end of the video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start the video. Alright, so first things first, I should probably explain to you what I'm doing. Well, I've always wanted to draw Sans for my channel, but even though it's still very popular, I've lost my chance to jump on the bandwagon. It would seem very out of place. So, ever since the news that Sans has joined Smash as a Mii costume, I knew that this was my lucky break. And since I knew that you guys were crazy excited about this, I figured this would make both of us happy. It was a win-win scenario. So I drew my version of Sans. I wanted Sans to look more like a skeleton despite Sans really being just a Mii costume in Smash. But I didn't care because to many of us, it's Sans, costume or not. Okay, so I've got to apologize in advance. I've only played Smash a few times, so if I say anything incorrect, I'm sorry, I probably don't know what I'm talking about. And now you're about to see why I apologized. Okay, so for the background, I decided I wanted to draw Palatuna's castle. I believe that's how you say her name, and that's the name of her castle, if it even is her castle. You guys are probably furious that I can't get the names right. Well, I did warn you in advance that I'm pretty bad when it comes to these things. I tried though to get it right. I dug in my memory banks for these names. Granted, it's a bit hazy, I still tried. The names aside, I actually tried my best to make sure the background was recognizable. Honestly, I think I had way too much fun drawing this entire thing, from start to finish, with sensational results. The background was a blast to draw, especially the clouds as I played with different blenders and everything to make it look good. The bones were also interesting. I tried my best to make Sans look as accurate as possible to an actual skeleton. Shading the bones were a bit tricky though. I was debating how much blue to actually add to the shadows and how much yellow to actually add to the highlights because I didn't want it to make his bones look muddy, because mostly when it comes to bones, it is a lot of white. It's not completely white, and the shadows aren't completely gray. So yeah, there's a lot of variation in color when it comes to shadows and highlights in any drawing. But I still couldn't figure... Well, I could, but it was more like an experiment. So it was fun trying to figure out how much blue to add to the shadows and how much yellow to add to the highlights. Because I didn't want too much yellow to the highlights to make it overpowering, or too much blue to look like it needed a lot of highlights to begin with. So that was fun. And the eye, believe it or not, actually added a bunch of highlights just to one section of the face anyway. And the eye was really fun. I wanted to do the best that I could with the eye because so many people just draw a turquoise. I think that's the color turquoise. Aqua. It's more of an aqua color to me. An aqua colored eye. So they forget that Sans' eye in battle actually glows yellow and light blue. So I didn't want to make that mistake. I wanted to add both yellow and light blue into it, where half of it is yellow and the other is light blue, so that I thought that would be fun. I did my best version of Sans eye that I could, and it does look a little rattling, doesn't it? It looks a little bit menacing. Alright, moving away from the bones, I go to the clothing. I was worried for each piece of clothing when I added the yellow highlights because I didn't want Sans' jacket to look green or any other piece of clothing to be a different color than what it was supposed to look like. So that was an interesting case. I also didn't want to add too much shadow without it like overpowering the highlights. So that was fun. In all honesty, it really was fun. I had so much fun trying to draw every single part of it. The inking, I think I had the most fun trying to do because it was just so, how do I put this? Detailed. I had fun cross-hatching, which is one of my favorite things to do when I ink. It's cross-hatching and see just how much detail it adds. It's so, beautiful. Coloring was also a blast, actually. The background, my favorite thing about the background to draw was the sky and the clouds. And I actually think the favorite thing about drawing Sans was the highlights because of the effects I put in. It was so much fun. But moving away from the fun bit of the drawing, I do have some important news for the channel concerning a new schedule and the future of the channel for you guys. The first thing I want to talk about is the schedule. No longer will there be 2 videos a week. I'll tell you my reasoning in a second. Now, I still will post a video every Friday, but no longer will a video be posted every Wednesday. Now, that means that every Friday, it could either be a art challenge, fan art Friday, fan art. I'm so used to saying Fan Art Friday, but it's really just fan art. Or it could be just anything that I or you guys want. So it will be interesting. Now, the scheduling I have to go further into. So, for next week, I'm going to be animating my intro and outro. This might take over the span of several weeks to accomplish, but I hope to do it all in one episode or one video rather, for at least the intro. The outro I can do another day, but I want to do the intro pretty good because the intro now, while it works, I've always wanted to have an animated intro rather than the typical intro that you see on most videos. So after next week, I will be doing drawing the Avengers again because I haven't abandoned that project. That's still a thing going on, I just haven't gotten to it yet. But after the Avengers, the week after that, I will be drawing more of your OCs. So I believe that is the schedule for this month. I'll have to check. Let's see. Oh! Basically, that's the schedule of this month and 1 week into next month. So, yeah. Now, my reasoning is for a new schedule is I'm having trouble keeping up with 2 videos a week. Just life comes up and I often have to work all week on my videos to make up for it. I've been managing so far, but it's a bit of a struggle. All my attention goes to my channel and my videos. Don't get me wrong, I love making videos and talking to you guys, but I do have other projects that I need to be working on, such as my comic for DeviantArt. I haven't been able to add new pages at all since all my time and energy goes and gets spent into making videos, leaving no room for projects or for me to just enjoy having some time to myself. Hardly, anyway. Another reason is I want quality over quantity. I want the videos to be of better quality and to be more entertaining for you guys. No more bad audio, and maybe I'll find new ways of entertainment that you guys like. It'll be a lot of hard work in progress, but it will be worth it. Now, enough of that. Now I should probably tell you about the direction I'm heading for this channel and the future of this channel. Since I now have 40 subscribers thanks to you guys, you're amazing by the way, I figured I should explain where I'm going with my channel since I have a steady flow of subs each month. This is an art channel. You guys can probably tell, but stay with me here. I want to do any channel, any challenge, goodness, any challenge that you guys have for me. I have a camera someday so I can do traditional artwork challenges that aren't digital and maybe show my face in the future. I won't just paint. Despite my channel name, I want to try new things in art. And I'd love to bring you guys along for the journey. I'd love to do tutorials for you, animations, maybe reviews on art supplies, and so much more. I have so much high hopes for the future, and I can't wait to see you there. Alright, so I'll see you next week. Stay artsy. Bye-bye!